of view to keep everyone comfortable. Everybody in their pretty little box with their 50-inch TV and their L-shaped couch, leather with the AC blasting, watching Netflix and trying to chill after. That's the opposing force. That's comfort. Creature comforts, man. The path to success opposes the universal umbrella agenda of the world. Right? Society, write this down. Society as a whole works to build up an agenda that opposes the individual members in it. Society as a whole works to build up an agenda that opposes its individual members. Now, that's bars. Right? Even though we live in this society and have everything that we want, all of that is kind of like a ploy. That's part of their agenda, is to make you comfortable. And it puts you in a position of comfort and laziness and irritability, and they sell you security, but you don't have security, right? So you got to step outside that box. You got to get uncomfortable, because right when you start to feel uncomfortable is where success lays, right? I'm gonna go to commercial. I'm gonna roll back, talk about loyalty, and talk about some things that it takes to start to create success. Emotional control. Ooh, that's huge, because a lot of us live in our emotions, right? A lot of us come out here like, oh man, I don't feel like it. Nobody care what you feel like doing. What does it take to get it done? That's what you do. It doesn't matter how you feel. Your feelings don't count. How about that? Oh man, I got a stomachache. I can't go to work. Well, you fired. What do you mean I'm sick? Don't matter. I can get somebody else to come in here that's not sick. Your feelings don't count. It don't matter how you feel. I don't care how you feel. You think the wind cares about how you feel? It's gonna blow a different way because you feel a different way, right? You think the sun is gonna shine another direction because of how you feel? You think the baby's not gonna cry and need to change the diaper because you feel sick? Huh? You think they're gonna feed themselves because you're feeling under the weather? Your feelings don't count. People, we need to man up, put our big boy boxers on, and who cares about our emotions, and just get the thing done. I feel like in this society in the past couple years, we've just been, sorry ladies, but we've been acting like women. Soft. Making excuses for stuff we don't have no business making excuses for. It's time to man up, man. Our whole society as a whole, men and women. The helicopter parenting got to stop. Right? The it's okay baby got to stop. You're perfect baby got to stop, because we're breeding mediocrity. We're breeding soft kids that can't deal with anything. That's why it's an increase of men wearing dresses that are totally straight because they want attention. Right? I believe that's why it's an increase in homosexuality. I don't believe everybody that say they're gay is gay. I think that if they would have sat down with somebody when they were little and they could have got talking to some counselor, then they would have found out the real reason of why they feel this way. Perfect example. Seen a video. There's a lady, therapist or a psychologist. She was doing a case study on a little boy. And he started playing with dolls. And then they went back and they sat down with him when he was like 10. And they kind of unpacked the last 5, 6, 7 years of his life. And his parents had a daughter that was special or retarded, as we used to say, which is not a bad word. And he saw that his parents spent more time with his sister because she needed more help. So he said, Mommy and Daddy like girls, so I'm going to play with dolls and start acting like a girl so Mommy and Daddy will like me. See, but we never think about that. I think it's funny that you can walk into an office and say I'm gay, and they're like, all right, let's sign up for a sex change. But if you walk in the office and say I'm a honey bun, then you're crazy. I think we became too much of a yes nation. I think tough love has decreased so much that we've just started to breed the opposite of excellence. Yes, we've been on top as a country for the past 200 years, but it's time to man up and woman up. It's time to stop making excuses. All these kids shooting up schools are because they don't have friends and they don't know how to talk to people. They walk around with their arms straight down by their side, and that's a sign of somebody being off on the spectrum, and nobody helps them. They give them all these drugs to numb them up and say that's helping them. Real help is God. Real help is family and friends. Real help is support. Real help is telling them it's not going to be fast. It's not going to be over quick. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to get through it together because I love you and I support you and I'm here for you. Not, I don't have time for you. Go sit with this person and give him some drugs so he doesn't bother me while I'm doing my thing. That's not how this works. It's not how it should work. It's unfortunate that it's like that. I'm going off topic. Love you guys, man. We roll the commercial. We'll be right back.
Rudo Apparel powers teams and athletes around the world by offering the best in customer uniforms at an unbeatable price. Visit RudoApparel.com or give them a call today at 347-850-2720 to build your one-of-a-kind uniform made just the way you want. Rudo Apparel, the #1 shop for custom uniforms and apparel. That's 347-850-2720.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
Wings are for birds. You know what they talking about, right? Hey, look, I don't know these people. I just played a commercial. I think that was hilarious. That was a great commercial. Wings are for birds. Oh, man. Listen, my hope is that something that I've said or something I have suggested or something that I have read is effective to you, that it helps you. I don't want to be famous. I don't mind being known by thousands and thousands of people, but I don't want to be famous. I want to be effective. What does that mean? I want to affect 1 or 2 people to having a better day, to setting up better skills, setting up a better mindset so they can have a better life. That's it. I'm not here to be famous. I'm here to do God's work, and I'm here to be effective, to help people effectively, to grow, to mature, to get a great mindset, right? Now, talking about mindset, next thing we're going to go over is emotional control. Why? Because when the haters hate, oh, it's so tough. Oh! Sometimes it's so tough to deal with the haters, man. You just want to smack them. And especially when they're your friends, you want to smack the crap out of them, right? It's just, oh, man. I think like bullies. Like, you know, when kids get bullied, the reason why they snap is because they're just tired of it. They can't deal with it. They lose their emotions, and then they beat up the bully, and then they get in trouble, and the bully goes scot-free. How do I know? It happened to me, right? So in order to control your emotions before you put yourself in a position that you cannot return from, you're gonna have to learn your emotions, right? During your immature days, the days of climbing that ladder to success, that's the ladder I'm talking about. Your emotions will attach to scenarios when the naysayers attack you or oppose you or negate your ideas. Your knee-jerk emotional reactions are typical, and you'll be offended, right? That's when you're like, I can't take it, blah, 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 beep, 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 beep. Start cussing people out. But as you progress and mature on your success path, you can remove yourself from the scenario and see from a higher viewpoint, realizing that they are the ones with the problems. You will come to realize that there's nothing inside you that needs defending. When you can understand that and become objective, you can walk away simply responding intelligently, right? And that'll piss them off more. When you speak calmly to people and intelligently and you make sense, that'll piss them off. Try it like when you get in an argument with your girlfriend or your wife, right? You're like, honey, I know I messed up. I apologize. And she'd be like, right? Or women. It pisses us off more when you tell, honey, I'm sorry, but it just made sense for me to do this. And I know you weren't there, but this is what happened. And this is how it went down. And it's like, you don't want to yell no more? Why are you talking calm? Don't speak nice to me. It's pissing me off, right? Reacting intelligently and under control of your emotions will get you a lot further than blowing it off the hinge, right? You must keep your emotions under control because reacting emotionally leads to arguments and negative events that will deter you, that will become defensive, and you will gain nothing by trying to convert them into believing into what you're doing. What he means is when you're bold, told, and sold on your experience or your endeavor that you're taking, and your friends are just shooting you down, and the naysayers are shooting you down, busting all your tires, taking the air out of your sail, they're just shooting you down, And you get upset and you get emotional and you try to win them. No, because it works this way, and this is why it's right, and this is why it's going to be successful, and this is why I'm going to do this, and I will have a helicopter and a jet and cars and homes, and I will travel because we're going to do this, and this is how it's going to get done, right? And you try to convert them into a believer. And what happens is the opposite, right? Your time and your energy is finite. Don't deplete any of it on the naysayers. Don't spend brain power on trying to convert people who are jealous and envious. None of what they say to negate you is valid. You need to spend time and energy on your creativeness, your creative juices, creating your success, right? Spend time in a creative mode. Like right now, I'm in creative mode because I'm flowing right now. Stuff is just popping out of my brain and I'm just saying it because it's my show and I can say it. But it's just, I'm in ebb and flow with my emotions right now, right? But please hear me. Turn the radio down, right? Please don't waste your finite resources on anything else. You're not going to convert anyone. Move on from them, period, right? And don't hold grudges, because grudges suck, and grudges hold you back, man. Don't hold a grudge against opposing forces because it takes time and effort and energy. Again, you don't want to use your finite energy. There's no question about it. Holding grudges, especially against family and friends, drains you mentally and sometimes physically. 4 years ago? Oh, man, the haters are on me heavy, and I was just grinding. Grinding, man. I'm looking for a platform to speak. I'm looking for places to go out and build children up. I'm looking for events to get plugged into so I can, get my voice heard. I got a small story. I'm not significant in the world, but I'm me, and I'm positive about myself. I'm loyal to me first, right? And the naysayers was on me. What? So, this is what happened, right? I was so stressed out. I broke out in hives. Now, I thought it was allergic reaction to soap or lotion or maybe a fabric softener or something. And I broke out in hives and it hurt so bad for like 3 weeks. It was itching and it gave me some Claritin or some other super Claritin to start taking that so that the hives would go down and. But what I really had to do was just take some time off. And my mentor told me, he said, Tony, you got to slow down the speed up. He said, just because you're going fast and you're making moves does not necessarily mean that it's going to grow or you're going to build your company as fast as you think you are. Because I'm melancholy in my control, right? So that means I say I want control, but I really don't want that much. So when I take a step forward to taking on more control, I use up a lot of my energy. And then when I run out of energy, I get short, right? So that result is forgetting things, not writing things down, not returning emails or phone calls, just not being 100% on point. So while I was grinding and making all this mess, throwing mud at the wall and seeing what sticks, I was forgetting about the mud that stuck that was supposed to help me out in my endeavor. And, I was just running in circles, man. So it took me, probably that whole time that I was running around grinding, and then 2 months after to kind of slow down and like rethink my vision and kind of see where I was and see if I can salvage any of the stuff that was sticking to the wall in order to create something with that and also move forward, because I had a great work habit. Boom. We're going to come back to that. Let me write that down. I had a great work habit, right? At times I felt like I was carrying a lot of people. At times I felt like I was doing more than not that I was supposed to do, because I'll take it upon myself to do whatever I have to do. And whatever I have to do is whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is I have to do it, then I'm going to do it. Right? So I was taking on a lot of work doing it myself. Excuse me. And I was wearing myself down. But when I learned how to slow down and actually be in the moment where I was with the things that I was dealing with, I took better care of my business and I took better care of myself and actually started to grow out of that position. So that's something that I thrive in, is slowing down to speed up now. So work habit. So at the conference, there was a beautiful couple from California, and he talked about work ethic and work habit. He said, I don't believe in work ethic. He said, because work ethic means you have it, you're born with it, but you're not. All right. Work habit is developed. Work habit is worked on. work habit is increasing you to develop a better work habit. And that involves increasing your skill set, increasing your mindset. You're getting into the level of mastery, 10,000 hours or 5 to 10 years, developing your work